Let's get this thing rocking. In the name of Jesus, as we are on the go.
Welcome to the On The Go podcast with Paul Ibarra, dropping daily inspiration as he's on the go. You can connect with him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, let's get started.
Are you in a situation right now where you really need to take your butt out of your equation? That's a true statement. Are you willing to take your butt out of your equation, out of your situation, out of your circumstance? Are you ready to take your butt out of your mouth? You see, when we say the word but, I know I got to get my business going, but I know I got to stop this addiction, but I know I got to stop beating my wife, but I know that God has a plan for me, but I know all of these different things, but you don't understand my circumstance. I'm here to tell you today, no, I don't know your circumstance, but I do know that you can change it by taking your butt out your mouth. It's time to take your butt out your mouth. Yep, just honked at somebody because they were driving like 2 miles an hour in a 30-mile zone. Come on, people. But check it out. You got to take action. Like, I could literally just say, I know I got to do this podcast, but I know that I'm able and gifted to inspire people, but what if my butt is blocking me from helping somebody else achieve their goals? It's time for you to take the butt out your mouth. So what's that butt today? What is that butt today? What is that booty today? It's time to take that butt out the equation. You see, what happens is we begin to ask ourselves, what's this going to cost me? How much do I have to pay? How much work do I have to put into motion? That's where we miss it. That's where we drop the ball. That's where we miss the moment. When God is about to release something is because we focus on our butt. Or we focus on someone else's butt. Because we get into these conversations with other people and we keep hearing them say, you know what, I tried that, but my business was cool, but you know, it's going to take you a lot of work to do that. I mean, you got a great idea, but it's going to cost you something. I mean, I know you have some inspiring stuff to talk about, but you're not a John Maxwell. I know that, you know, you want to start this ministry, but, you know, you're just not there. It's time for you to hush up the naysayers. And sometimes the biggest naysayer is yourself. I hope I'm talking to somebody today. And I hope I'm talking to you. Because I'm talking to you. You who are on the podcast. You that is listening right now. It's you that I want to speak to. You. What are you doing that's keeping that butt in your life? When I worked and I didn't have enough hours from my schedule at a job, I would ask them, hey, I need more hours. And they would say, well, we would like to give you more hours, but, and I would find ways. Well, what about this? What about that? Well, okay. And you know what? I'm going to have to go and find a part-time job or another job. And they'd be like, well, hold on, but we could probably do this, but you see what I'm saying? But is a reason why we don't or do accomplish something. But the but that I'm talking about today is your butt. It's your butt. See, when you tie it into something that's realistic right now, the reason why you continue to say, but I know I need to do this, but is because you don't want to move your butt. And I know there's a lot of butt coming on this podcast right now. There's a whole lot of butt shaking right now. But it's time for you to take action and move your butt. Move your butt. Move the butt out of the situation. Unless it's a good butt. If you got a nice butt, you'll be all right. But if it's a nasty butt, if it's a negative butt, that butt ain't going to get you nowhere. So it's time to move the butt. It's like that old school song, doing the butt. You got to move the butt, baby. You got to take action. You wonder why your butt has gotten so big? Everything in life is, but. I know I need to do this, but you know why your butt has gotten so big? Because your butt isn't taking action. You ain't exercising the butt. You ain't removing the calories from the butt. So the butt just keeps growing big and big and big. By the time you know it, you got a big, huge butt that's everywhere in your life. And it's time to remove the butt or move the butt. I hope I'm preaching to somebody today because there's a message in the Bible. The woman with the issue of blood. She had expended all of her finances, all of her income. She had seen physicians and sorcerers and medical examiners. She saw everybody and everything, and it cost her everything. But the last thing that she had was faith. She had nothing else, so she risked to take that action. She took the butt and made it a positive butt. She's thinking to herself, I know that I've been called unclean. I know that I should not be out here because there should be no healing on the Sabbath according to the law. But if I could just touch the hem of his garment, if I could just touch that man that they call Jesus, she was healed. And the awesome thing about Jesus is he called her daughter. He said, daughter, by your faith, you are made whole. Jesus didn't say, you touched me today, but it's the Sabbath. He didn't say you touched me today, but you're unclean. He didn't say, daughter, you're made whole, but you got to come back tomorrow to get the true healing. No, Jesus took care of things right then and there. He said, woman, daughter, by your faith, you have been made whole. And what does that mean for you? What are you sitting on today that is causing you to be unwhole, broken, trying to put yourself back together? Has it been 12 years of butt? Or are you ready to change your butt into something positive to say, I may be in this circumstance, but God is going to help me through it. I may be in this fiery pit, but God is going to show up. Even though God don't show up, Nebuchadnezzar, I'm still not going to bow down to you. So what are you willing to ask yourself? The craziest questions in life sometimes are, what's it going to cost me? Is it going to give me anything better than where I'm at now? But see, the problem is that people stay where they're at because they have a butt that's just way too big. It's time to move your butt, guys. It's time to move your butt. And it's time to keep going after what God's called you to do. And you may be asking yourself, you know what? I may just need some help in this area. I think I'm in a place where I want change, but I need help. That's a good but. As you know, I'm a coach, guys. This is what I do. Reach out to me at setfreelife.net. Click on that coaching session and click yourself and book yourself a scheduled appointment for my complimentary session. No obligation. I am here to help you. Trust me, I have been that guy that had a butt in his mouth every day. But it's time that the butt is removed. So with that being said, my name is Pastor Paul, your life recovery coach. Reach out to me if you need me at setfreelife.net. And I'll catch you on the next on the go, baby. Deuces.